Hi, Fraser here from Collab 365 Microjobs. I wanted to talk to you today about what can you get done with Collab 365 Microjobs. So the simple answer is pretty much anything Microsoft related. But I wanted to bring it to life a little bit for you with a few examples. So you can do full projects, you can do small parts of projects, you can do 30-minute phone calls with experts in a given field. You can maybe get your team trained. So to help bring a few of those to life, let's take a couple of examples. So let's say we're wanting to do a SharePoint migration, and me as the buyer, I have no background in SharePoint migrations. I don't really know where to start. So I'm arriving at Microjobs, and in this case, I'm gonna search for SharePoint migrations. Spell it correctly. So I'm going to search the existing microjobs for SharePoint migrations, and I can see there's a lot of microjobs there. There's some that are helping me with my migration strategy. There's some that ask me anything. There's some that will migrate one part of one file share to SharePoint. So I'd have a browse through, and in this given example, I don't know anything. I don't really know how to do a SharePoint migration. So I'm hovering and looking at this one here that says I'm going to help you with your SharePoint migration strategy. And I'm going to open it up and have a look. And Nick Bertoli looks like a good freelancer. He's going to review my current situation, what my future needs are, etc., etc. So this sounds great. So I think what I would do in this instance is buy this job, or if not, one very similar, in the hope that Nick could give me a list of things that I'm going to need to get done for my SharePoint migration. And I think then I'll get those list of things, and then I'll possibly come back into Microjobs and I'll post a project or post a project request. So this means I'm going to ask all the freelancers on Microjobs to help me out with my need, with what Nick has helped me describe in the microjob I bought from him. And I need help with a SharePoint migration. And then I'm going to list each item. From my conversation with Nick, I've learned how I need to do a SharePoint migration. So I'm listing what I need doing. I'm going to put it in the SharePoint category. Excuse me. SharePoint category, and I'm going to put a deadline, an expected delivery date, and my budget. And when I submit that and it gets approved, all the freelancers will get notified, and I will get some proposals from the freelancers, and hopefully one will work for me, and I'll take it forward and get my work done. I could have also, in that instance, whilst I was dealing with Nick Bertoli in the first job I ordered, I could have asked Nick for a further custom offer to help me with the migration, with all the things that we discussed in the 1 hour meeting that we talked about my migration strategy. And I could have asked Nick to give me a custom offer. He could have done that while we were in the meeting, and he could have done that and sent me a message, and I would have seen it come up here if I'd have got one. Or I could have gone back into this job and requested the custom job from Nick. It's the same as posting a request, but I am specifically asking Nick for it. Okay, so that's SharePoint migration. The next need is that I am rolling out Teams, and I need to train my team in Microsoft Teams. So in this case, I'm going to use the navigation at the top here, select the Teams category, and have a look what we've got in Teams. Now, looking through the Teams category, you can see that there's quite a lot of training for Teams and familiarization for Teams. So I would scroll through here, look if any of the microjobs fit my need. 2 hours of Microsoft Teams essential training, that sounds good. Or if not, again, I would pick a freelancer that I think looks good, and I would request a custom job. So I either find one that meets me, or I request a custom job, in this case from Matthew, and then get my team trained, and off they go using Microsoft Teams. One more example. So all I need in this instance is just a little bit of help in the right, to get me in the right direction. I'm building a flow, I'm building an automation, and I'm stuck. And I just need that little nudge in the right direction. Now, again, I would probably just go and have a look through the flow categories to see what freelancers are offering and see what freelancers there are. And you can see that there's various ones around troubleshooting issues. Well, that sounds just perfect for me. And some that will spend time in helping me develop a flow with me. In my case, I've already got my flow built, so I just want a little bit of time. So I'm going to look at this one. 2 hours for $200. In this case, that sounds perfect for me. And I can get a little bit of time, a little bit of remote support, and I'll get my automation fixed and my issue unblocked. Okay, so one last use case, slightly different to the others. We have a section called partners. So maybe you might want some help with some marketing of a Microsoft product that you offer, or something similar to that. Now we have the partners section, which has categories like digital marketing, graphics and design, video and audio, and writing services. A great place if you maybe want a blog post writing, or you maybe want somewhere to post your blog post to, or you maybe want help with industry experts in getting a marketing strategy for your business. There's one there, Christian Buckley. I will review your branding and messaging. Let's have a look at that. I will review your branding and messaging, create analysis and a recommendation report. Perfect. Get some of Christian's time, get your product seen by the right people, and get your product up there and the sales up. So there we have it. There are obviously infinitely more scenarios that you can use microjobs for, but I just wanted to bring it to life for you. I hope that was useful. Feel free to contact us on the site. You can always contact us via this red part at the bottom of the screen, at the right-hand side of the screen, and that's manned in UK working hours so that we can answer